music!
It's our Gidget of Gadgets, Katie Linendoll, for the latest in sports technology and ox roast recipes.
That's right, the Gidget of Gadgets. Katie Linendoll is triumphantly returning to the mothership. Katie, good morning.
And it feels so good. Feels so good. Thank you so much, DA. Oh, great to be here. You can watch
Katie on our web simulcast, which is at watchda.com, and it's also on Twitch, so check it out there. And, you know, I oftentimes joke, what can't you do? And what is the next mountain to climb? And when will we see the true takeover of the world? And I realized, that's actually happening because while you're a public speaker, you're a tech endorser, you have this incredible company that does amazing things, you travel, you've been on the Weather Channel, you've been on the Today Show, you do all these amazing things. You've also cut A Christmas Carol for WWE. But it just so happens that this week, or last week and the week prior, you happen to also have a hit song on the Christian Billboard charts. Pete, play the music.
When you feel outnumbered, you might come to discover you got something on your side, guiding the day. It may come as a cloud or a pillar of fire, or it may be a lightning bolt and lightning away. 7 times on the 7th, this is a battle. The earth is gonna shake, a nation rattle. Fear knows no place here. Hear the battle cry.
So this is actually you singing Jericho Battlecry. This is your hit single, and I didn't know you were doing this project. I had no idea you were going to dip your toe into actually being a recording star. And when you first released this song, I heard it once, and I said, you got a hit. This is a hit. This is an amazing song. And sure enough, a couple weeks later, it hit. Did it hit number 1 on the Christian charts?
On the Christian radio chart, yes. So there's so many different charts.
Wow.
And that was a moment for me. And thank you so much for playing in that. And that you always just give me, you make me feel so good, DA. It's not just the ox roast recipe intro. It's just, I always leave and I'm like, yeah, it feels good. But I guess I had to up the ante from the last time I performed on the show with you it was the WWE Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
The bar was a little low. So, yes, this next project, I wanted to do this for the longest time. And you know how much I travel. Yeah. So in 2018, my team and I, we were on the road over 300 days in the year. It was nuts. So all this plane time that I didn't accumulate over the last year, I'm like, all right, I'm going to work with some of the most amazing producers and musicians and put this album together. And the hardest part was narrowing down the songs to put on an album. Anyone listening, if was curious about putting together highly produced songs for radio, it is such an intense process. And you probably appreciate, we love the world of live. At least I do. It's one and done. You get what you get. Mm-hmm. And going back and forth in these songs, sometimes there was over 20 different iterations. So, and then you're adding in different instruments, and then another producer has an idea, and it's I had to work on my patience because it is truly a process, but overwhelmed by the response. And we're just getting started. We're ramping it up over here.
I can't believe it. I can't believe you found time in your career to also become a Christian radio star. How is this possible that you somehow shoehorned a music career into your already ridiculous schedule?
You said shoehorned a music career. Well, it said some dysfunctional verbiage. I love it. It's so accurate. I could use a nap, but that'll come when I die, and hopefully I reach heaven. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
On the side, Katie became a recording star. On the side, just as that's my side hustle. I became number 1 on the Billboard charts.
A moonlighting, yeah.
Just awesome. So for our listeners out there that thought that the song sounded cool or wanted to hear it or want to hear the rest of that album, because I think you have, 5 or 6 tracks, right?
Yeah, I put 4 songs on the first EP, and then it's really interesting in the world of music now. And of course, as you know, with streaming and just the way things are working, it's really what they call a singles market. Oh my goodness, Mraz has a little baby. For anybody tuned into the live stream, this is adorable. Ratings just went through the roof. They just went through the roof.
Taylor is on Mraz's lap right now, which is very cool. She's in for the Katie Linendoll tech interview.
I love it. And Taylor might have to be on the next track.
Yeah, yeah.
As I was saying, it's so interesting because it's popular to put out singles, but I wanted to to showcase the range of options I worked out with 3 different producers on 4 of the tracks, and all of the sounds are different. And Mraz, you'll appreciate this. I was lobbying hard. You work on this album for it was like a 2-year project, and at the end of it, they're like, all right, what are we going to call it? And I was like, the sampler platter, hands down, we're calling it the sampler platter. That hits home for lots of people, right? And my team was like, absolutely not. I know that you have lots of good creative ideas, but nobody's calling this album that we just labored over for 2 years the sampler platter. Okay, so we came out with Jericho Battlecry, appropriately titled. But Maz, you would have bought that album, right?
No doubt, Katie. The sampler? What, are you kidding me? I've been waiting for an album with that name to drop.
You got the chicken fingers. You got the mod sticks. It's a
little jalapeno popper. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Throw in some poppers.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Long John Silver's had that co-opted, had that license, so you couldn't do
it. Imagine I get a Christian radio album and I have a cease and desist from Long John Silver's.
Well, Katie,
career hits an all-time high or low, depending on how you look at it.
If the final track of the album was "We Have the Meats," I think you really would have run into some problems.
We should do some Real Men of Genius. You remember those when those were out? We should add that into the next mix. Oh.
Awesome. So you can check out Katie's work. You can listen to her album by going to Apple Music or Spotify or any other place that you listen to your music and just type in her name, and it's amazing. Jericho Battlecry is the hit single that's right now number 1 on the Christian music charts, or Christian radio chart, which is just awesome. Yeah. So Sunday is Mother's Day, and Mraz is all stressed out because he's got his mom, he's got his mother-in-law, and he's got his wife, and he doesn't know what to do. And this is why you're here on the show, because Mraz is worried about making mistakes, and he knows that he's on a short leash with all 3 of them. So help our listeners not make mistakes on Sunday, so they don't feel as though Sunday is a crushing weight on their shoulders.
I have never heard something like this before. What a foray into the segment, hearing Mraz, why are you so Debbie Downer about Mother's Day? It's kind of odd.
Yeah.
It's not being Debbie Downer. I'm just speaking the reality of guys who end up having wives who have children, the mothers, the mother-in-laws. You realize it becomes a very stressful day. What if you mess up the gift? What if you say the wrong thing? You don't even realize you're saying the wrong thing. Now you have multiple people you can tick off in one day. And when you're somebody like me that makes a lot of mistakes, it's highly stressful, which is why we have you on. Help me not make a mistake here, Katie.
I got you covered. I mean, it's one day, dude, though. You got this. You got this.
No,
that's... have a sidebar pep talk?
No, that's the problem, because if you screw up this one day, they'll forget about it. Then it'll be mid-November, and you'll hear about it again. It gets your memory blasted back there.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. It's one day, dude. It's one of the best quotes ever.
Not hard.
It's one brunch.
Goodness. All right, let me hook you up with some gadgets.
Yeah.
Let's start in the world of DA. You know what? You and I love this. The work from home thing has not stopped. Yeah. It is amazing to me. We're all right now on a live stream looking fairly professional. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Can we have a discussion around the technologies or lack thereof? From everybody working from home, I'm like this in the highly encouragement stage still a year later of giving people tech advice on how to be a little bit more professional and level up their technologies, from their webcam to their lighting to also their audio, and providing some suggestions on how to do that. And listen, I know we're on the air in the media and it has to look a little more high level, but I am just amazed at you said you're frustrated with looking at people's ceiling fans. I mean, people don't even know how to level their webcam. I mean, it doesn't take a boardroom to give you a discussion on just a professional quality shot. Eyeline, people. Eyeline, right?
Right.
So let's start there. The number one webcam in the market, it's actually what I'm using right now. I have a number of webcams that I use for a number of different streaming projects. And I just highly encourage this for anybody that is working from home or you're taking those Zoom meetings, those Teams meetings. You've never had more video meetings in your life. Am I right? People want to see you now more than ever. It's strange. It's odd, but I'm here to make you look good. The Logitech Pro 920 HD webcam. This was sold out for the longest time. As you can imagine, there was a shortage. Finally available, and it's only $80. Love the quality, love the audio. Super great for anybody that is looking for a great Mother's Day option. Regardless if it's a mom just taking some calls here and there or a mom that's on business calls all day, they will love it as a fantastic option. Logitech 920 HD webcam, couldn't go wrong with it.
Yeah, the Logitechs are really good. In fact, one of my buddies, I was on a Zoom call with him, and he takes business calls all day long. And I said, boy, your webcam looks really good. It's clean, it's smooth, it's great. And I said, I got to upgrade mine. And so Kat helped me find the best one for this show. And what you're watching right now in the simulcast is also a Logitech webcam that I have set up separately. So they do really good work. I agree. They're affordable. They have good technology, and it's the best quality to me of the webcams that are out there.
It's amazing we're on a shortage of paper towels and webcams. It's like, when did you think you would say that? It's like real odd items like, brown rice, toilet paper, and webcams. Okay, it's right. Like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's right.
We see where people's priorities are. All right, great. Let me add to that, too, because if you're watching the live stream, you can see that I'm actually on a headset. I'm on calls. If people saw my schedule, it's like Tetris. I like constantly fitting in blocks and like the long white piece in Tetris never comes. It's like my schedule is like insanity. Right. All that to say, I am on calls all day. So I really love to have a really comfortable headset. The one I have on and the one that I utilize as my go-to is from Poly, and it's the 8225 Blackwire. So comfortable, fantastic audio quality, and I really love it for video calls too. It just kind of ups the level in terms of professionalism, but also too, if you are back to back to back and you need something comfortable and you need something reliable, fantastic quality, and it has a little button on it as well that can instantly connect you to Microsoft Teams, instantly mute, and just a guaranteed go-to. Again, as you can imagine, I have a lab that has tons of technology to pull from, and this has been an absolute must for me in terms of video calls.
Yeah, I like that. The headset makes things a little easier. Having a little switcher right next to you, like a remote control, bing, 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 that makes things easier too. Yeah, people are doing Zoom calls constantly or on their video conferencing stuff. So why not make it a little easier and better looking for yourself?
I wanted to make a T-shirt that says, "You're on mute." Because how many times have you been in calls with people who are like, dude, you're on mute. You're on mute. But
now that's actually, though, less dangerous than when the people think they're on mute and they're not. You're like, oh, no, you're not on mute. You shouldn't say, no, don't say that.
I've had some gems, as we all have, but I'll leave it there. Guys eating Doritos at a funeral. Just saying. All right. Oh, my word. Stop your camera, sir. Gosh. Anyways.
What else we got?
All right, Mraz, I got one for you. I think I selfishly put this in just for you, Mraz, so.
Oh, please. I need a win here, Katie. I need a win.
You need a win, and you also need a grilled cheese sandwich, okay? From one of my favorite random technology companies, they provide some really awesome gems, from the vertical waffle toaster to the pop-up hot dog toaster, and I even have a cotton candy machine from them. Wow. Nostalgia Electric's grilled cheese toaster. Now, this baby is right behind me again if you're tuned in. You'd think this was a one-off ancillary gadget that was useless. It's actually game-changing. $40, you make yourself, it has little baskets. You can toast your own grilled cheese sandwich in a matter of minutes. You don't need to turn on that gas stove. No, don't need to turn on the electric range. You can actually make your own grilled cheese in a toaster. Great for the kids, making something for mom, easy to use, quick and easy sandwiches. You got multiple kids, you can pop these baby out in a matter of minutes. Fun, unique option. You on board?
Right. Katie, my wife's one of her favorite top 5 foods is grilled cheese. All she's done is complain about how hectic it is lately to cook stuff for Taylor and getting quick meals in and out. She's
busy.
pregnant. She's pregnant. She's got a lot of cravings. I am ordering this as soon as you are off the air.
Oh,
I kid you not. I kid you not. I'm in. I am in.
I'm gonna send one your way, Mraz. That's
All
my
right,
treat to you. So you don't have to do any Mother's Day shopping. See? Things
Thank
just got
you.
way easier for you.
Katie, you didn't have to do that, but thank you very much. And you just hit on Mother's Day for me. I'm going to hope my wife didn't hear that part, and she assumes I did, in fact, spend the money on that. So I still win Mother's Day.
Yeah, thanks, honey. Katie was great to you this year.
By the way, wouldn't be the first Mother's Day Katie was great.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably true.
How many of our holidays were actually made way better because Katie gave us something cool to give to our loved ones?
Epic.
Mraz still has
Mraz,
like
I
an
also thought of you
inflatable.
last night as I had my second grilled cheese because I was like, maybe you can agree with me. If it's not a carb, I don't want it in my ether. You know how people are on all these wild diets? Like, bring me every carb in the vicinity of within like 25 feet. I only do carbs.
Yeah,
Carb load.
that could be your next Christian album, Carbs in My Ether. You see how that goes.
No, it's going to be a
No.
pass on that album.
Back to
Okay,
sampler
great.
platter. Okay.
It's the follow-up. It's the greatest hits.
Yeah, the greatest hits.
All right, let's pair the grilled cheese with a Nitro cold brew coffee keg.
Oh.
Who doesn't want to be like, I need a coffee to get to the first coffee. I don't know about you. It's a serious problem. I was drinking concentrate coffee straight up and I didn't know it. Yeah. So now my tolerance level is like jacked through the roof, and I've like constantly been on the hunt for like the latest and greatest coffee. Hello, meet this guy here. You have your own Nitro Keg, and I'm holding up a giant jug, which will probably be gone by noon, but it is fantastic quality. And let me tell you how this works. Super easy. There's these little nitro canisters that you put in. You put the coffee in, you let it brew 12 to 24 hours. If you let it sit a little longer, it gets a little stronger. You can fill upwards of 2 cups into the bags that sit there and with the filtered water will brew overnight. Make it as strong as possible. I highly suggest it. But then you got these nitro canisters that create the nitro cold brew. Absolutely amazing. All you need is regular ground coffee. You insert the nitro canister, which is provided, into the cap. Voila, you got yourself Nitro Cold Brew, which is just amazing texture. And of course, if you're using good quality coffee, who doesn't want a great caffeinated beverage to start or to continue through the day? Am I right?
You're right. If you're wondering how to become a recording music star into your full-time job in life, a canister a day of Nitro Cold Brew coffee and drinking coffee
under
from
the tap. Yeah.
and drinking coffee from Concentrate. If you were wondering how to fit in that into your life, this is a good starting point. This is your
I was
fuel.
doing like half a liter of Concentrate. I didn't know you were supposed to mix it like it was supposed to be like a fourth. I'm
Katie,
serious. It was like straight sewage, and I was there for it.
Katie, it's amazing. You're this tech guru. You do public speaking throughout the country. You're on national television, and you're a recording star. How do you do it? Well, I actually just operate on grilled cheese and Nitro Concentrate. My insides have turned into sludge.
I'm going to do that on my next radio tour. It's like, so really, wow, that was incredible. How did you do it? Well, grilled cheese and Nitro Cold Brew.
The breakfast
And a little bit of the Holy Spirit. All right?
It'll take a little while to get used to.
Huh.
It'll be, your body needs to adjust to it, but eventually you'll get there. And eventually
you might feel like you're going to die for 3 hours on the levels of caffeination, but you'll get a lot done. You'll get an incredibly large amount of productivity in.
And you'll get at least 16 minutes of quality sleep every night.
That's the rate I'm going to. Truth be told. Oh, my word.
Oh, yeah, no, I feel great. I feel really great. I feel wonderful. How much sleep did you get last night? Exactly 42 minutes. I time myself because when I turned off my 7 screens. I closed them for 42 minutes, and I woke up, and I felt great, and then I just poured all this nitro brew down my throat.
Oh my goodness. That is Nitro Cold Brew Coffee Keg from Sharper Image for anyone tuning in that wants to get jacked up.
That's awesome. Jacked up.
Oh.
Okay, and do we have anything else before we let you go here?
Oh, let me hook you up with 2 really quick because I love this for any nature enthusiast or anybody that's like me. I always have to talk about how I'm a squirrel whisperer, and I have squirrel cams in my backyard.
Yeah.
The neighbors think it's dysfunctional. I personally love it. I have 8 regular customers. They all have personalities. They're all named. But I have been having my own eye, and I think this would make sense for anybody that's loves their hikes or loves the being out on the boat, nature enthusiast, bird watcher, what have you. 12 times digital zoom binoculars with photography and videography built right into the binoculars
cool.
with a little LCD screen. So you have a preview as well. Love that as an option. These work great. They lived up to expectations. Very happy with it. And then just last but quickly not least, I have to be shameless and I'm going for it. Okay. Mother's Day, you want a great practical option? Can I say scripted fragrance, DA? I had to talk about it. Just let me have my moment.
Okay. All right.
Amazing,
I'll step aside.
personalized, hand-poured candles. I have gifted these more times than I can count, and they are created by DA's amazing wife and my friend, Amber Lee. And they are amazing because they have birth months. They also have different dog breeds. If you're a cat lover, they got you covered there. I have to say my personal favorite, though, is the states. You can get everything from Massachusetts to Hudson Valley, but my favorite was Pennsylvania because I grew up in PA, which we know. And the candle smells like Hershey, PA, which anyone that has been there, the streets of Hershey, Pennsylvania have little Hershey kisses as the street lights, and the streets like permeate chocolate. So the candle smells like chocolate, but she has amazing Mother's Day candle gifts that you can do like a 4-pack, which is one of my favorites right now. Hands down, one of the best gifts that you could give a mom.
That's a pretty cool gift, and I happen to know the CEO relatively well, and I'm holding in my hand, it was given to me, if the camera can pick it up, an Idaho candle, because we have a huge fan base in Boise, and we're all over Idaho, and I don't think there's a lot of Idaho candles out there, and so that's actually it's actually an option for Mother's Day, or maybe slightly thereafter, because Mother's Day is coming up on Sunday, so who knows how quickly you can get it. But, yeah, these are pretty cool.
Does that one smell like potatoes?
I don't know. Let me see here.
Yeah, because they all have an amazing aroma.
Tater tots, actually. Tater tots.
No, it does not. We're devaluing a very high-level brand.
Yes, no.
They're very high-end, very good personalization. No, let's not say that the Idaho candle smells like potatoes.
No. It says Idaho.
GMO.
An adventurous passion for the outdoors and a neighborly warmth creates a blend that is both rugged and inviting. So I think it smells like the outdoors. And South Carolina has a delightful union of palmetto and moon, where mountains meet the sandy beach and southern charm indoors. I believe this smells like pine, if I'm not mistaken. And the Rescue Dog candle, a grateful blend of love and devotion, combined with pure appreciation for green grass and sweet home. I believe this smells like green grass, like a rescue dog.
The Rescue one is my favorite, by the way. Well, the Hershey and Rescue are in a hot tie because there's lots of rescue dog lovers out there, rightfully so. So that is a great one.
That is a great one. Well, all of these are, I believe, available in a guide on your site like usual, or did you tweet them out?
I always put up a guide on my website, katielinendoll.com, and they can check out the entire list there. And there's links to all the products as well.
Amazing. Mraz, you feel better now going into Sunday on Mother's Day, not as intimidated to make a mistake?
I do, and this is why I love having Katie on ahead of these holidays. Obviously, candles, everything there has been great. Grilled cheese tickles my wife's heart, so I might fail at my mom and my mother-in-law, but I'm at least going to win on the home front, which is probably the most important win. I could lose 2 out of 3, but you got to clinch with 1. I'm going to get the clincher here.
Wait, Mraz, isn't this though the thing? It is a good idea, but isn't that like, a toaster? You know, isn't that like one of the longest running jokes? Like you don't get somebody a toaster?
Yeah. Right, but it's not a toaster. It's a grilled cheese maker. Are you telling me it's just a toaster, Katie? Don't sway me away. You just sold it.
No. I'm not gonna retract one of my hottest picks. I'm not gonna negate myself and do myself a disservice. I just want to talk it out.
No, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. We're gonna win. We're gonna win.
Katie,
I just gotta pretend you didn't send it to me. I bought it.
Yeah, for sure. I know nothing.
Katie's website is where you can get the complete gift guide, katielinendoll.com. That's katielinendoll.com. We'll also tweet that out as well. And the next time Katie joins us, she'll be a world-renowned architect. She's doing that on her side as well. There's going to be a bridge in the Bay Area that she designed coming up next. She's going to squeeze that into her side job. Katie, you're the best. Thanks so much. Congratulations on all the success. Once again, for our listeners, you can check out Katie's new song, Jericho Battlecry, and her album available digitally, and also plenty of her social media accounts have links to all of that as well. So good to see you, Katie. Have a wonderful Mother's Day. I'm sure we'll talk soon.